It's been a minute. Welcome back, Hannah. You're the first person this year.
Yay!
I haven't filmed all of January, but yeah, and you're the first person ever on the pod. So you're coming into the new year with me. So today we're talking about just New Year's resolutions, which is typical, and I know it's a little late. We're into February, but honestly, a lot of New Year's resolutions are destroyed.
Yeah, they're all done.
They're not even here anymore.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about that and how silly they can be, or how good they can be, or we're just going to talk about
how medium they can be.
Yeah. Too silent.
What are you drinking today?
Yes. What are you drinking today?
A Polar Seltzer strawberry cream from your fridge.
You like it?
It is really good. It's actually good.
Yeah, I like it.
It tastes like not. I was gonna say spicy. You know how they say spicy water?
Mm-hmm.
It's like fizzy pink milk.
Yes, but it's not. Does have milk in it?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Less milk, more club soda.
Mm-hmm. I'm drinking a Diet Coke, caffeine free, no sugar, no calories.
Wow, I like the color of the can.
I do too. New Year's traditions. How do we feel about it?
I'm kind of over it. We didn't do it at the trivia at the house.
Oh, you didn't?
No, you weren't there?
I wasn't there.
Oh, no, we didn't do it. You know how Dad usually has that as one of the games? Mm-hmm. Wasn't a game. I'm kind of down for it though.
Yeah. I feel like they would be cool if they weren't so overplayed and then or like overdone, but then not overdone. Like if that makes sense.
Hey.
Like they're overdone, like, oh, I'm gonna make this a thing, and then they're not overdone because people stop doing them at the second week of January.
People go really hard from like all of a sudden. Gyms are packed with people trying to be like, I gotta do it.
I'm never at the gym first week of January or whatever because it's too much.
I think people set unrealistic goals, and then they're like, I can't do it. Or they just don't feel like it. It's got to be, in my opinion, it's just got to be like slower. Mm-hmm. Don't set such a high goal because then you're just going to crash even harder. You're going to disappoint yourself even more.
Yeah, I agree.
You made a point about the making little goals throughout the year or something?
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about how, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's great to set goals. And I think setting, the whole New Year tradition or New Year, New Me thing, like, at least that puts it into people's brains to be setting goals, like at least that puts that idea into people's brains that they should be setting goals. Like you were saying, like realistic goals or expectations for themselves or new boundaries or whatever. Especially if people are like in like a new walk with God or something. And like they want to set new boundaries and expectations for themselves in that, but like also giving themselves grace. But yeah, I was thinking like that's all great to do, but you can also do that like throughout the year, doing like a small goal and be like, okay, great, and then making the next one a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger, or they can all be small, but then that way like you're not going to get work your way up, or just so you're not disappointed in yourself if you set this giant goal and then it doesn't happen for yourself because it was just like way blown out of like proportion for you, or and then it doesn't happen. It's like, well, did you really think about that one?
It's like you just said, and what I said about like the gym where people set such high goals and then that you crash even harder. It's like you're all the way up here. You're going to fall.
I know. You got to take steps to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another point is goal setting from like a biblical perspective. So taking wisdom like out of scripture and like, so you're not just being like the ones that we were talking about. You should pull up some of the ridiculous ones that people make.
From 2 years ago. Someone's resolution out of like, there's a bunch of positive ones and all of a sudden there's This one from Palm Weekend 3373. To be selfish without apology. Do what I want. Cook what I want. Tell everyone no for every request. I've given all that I can. I'm tired of it. Tired of putting myself dead last for these ungrateful vultures. Figure it out yourself. Google it. I don't know. Can't help you. Not going. Not interested. Sounds like a you problem. It's been freeing.
Yeah, those are...
Sounds like a very sad person.
Yeah, that person has some issues. I think they need to like...
They've had a rough... That last year was a rough one for them.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's their way of putting it out to the world that like, you know, some people like take advantage of, oh, New Year's resolution. What's something that's happened to me? And I'm going to be like, cutting out toxic people in my life, and it's like targeting somebody and like just for everybody like to know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Petty stuff like that.
Yeah, but I think like taking things from scripture and like planning around what like God wants for us and like his plan for our life and like trusting him. Like I know for me this year personally, I like one of my goals or I don't know, whatever you want to call it, resolutions is to like trust God more than I've ever trusted him. I really want to like put this whole year in his hands and just like not be like fearful of the unknown and just like keep my eyes on what's in front of me and like what I'm doing now and like trying to get like better each day and like live day to day instead of like, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like I want, like one of my goals, I was actually talking to Jonas, our brother, about this yesterday. I texted him, I was like, one of my goals is like by my birthday, which is June 7th. I'm like, I want to feel physically better about myself. Cause like ever since I got like diagnosed with POTS, I've just been, or even just like, through whatever, I just haven't been physically active like I've wanted to. And so like my body's gotten like really soft and just like,
I hear that.
Yeah. Like I just don't feel like as confident in my body. And so I'm like, okay, 5 months, like I want to feel, the best I can by my birthday. Like that's just a goal, like just a thing. So it's good to set goals like that. But I'm just saying like, it's good to like also have God in your plans too, instead of just having like willy-dilly, like trusting God that he'll be like with me in that.
Yeah,
and, like,
trusting God's the big part in that, because you could be like, I need to go on God's path for me, which could be anything. God has his hands. You got to realize that God has his hands in everything, and like whatever you do, because you do still have free will. And even, there's the gray area of like, you have free will, but he also knows exactly what's going to happen sort of thing that I still kind of struggle with, but it is also like a wall of like, maybe I shouldn't. No, like my thoughts don't want to go past that.
Yeah.
But it's just like continue. That's what the faith is. It's just like keeping the faith and keeping trust in him. Like I've said probably both times I've been on here, is saying like, God, I don't always understand you, but I trust you. And I do always ask. I was asking this more recently too, like praying to God. I know you have your hands in everything, but please guide me, give me strength, and like give me some clear sight and wisdom to see like a good, like the right path, toward, like with you.
Yeah, sorry. People drive nuts on this road.
I thought a train was driving by.
A train. Yeah. Yeah, I just think including God in your New Year's goals will help you fulfill those more, especially if they're realistic.
Like a little bit of the Bible. Like if you don't read a lot, you could like start out pretty small.
Yeah.
Chapter a day, or you could do it like sit down and set a time on a certain day in the week and then like grow it over time. Yeah, I just think the New Year's resolution thing is kind of silly now.
Yeah. Another way you can like grow, also just like you can look back on the year before, or like looking back on 2025.
Reflect.
Yeah, reflecting on 2025. Reflecting the past year is what I was trying to say. Mm-hmm. Is what are like lessons that you learned last year? I want to get into that. What, like, in reflecting on last year, what are things that you've learned?
One that comes to mind, and it's one I keep relearning. Mm-hmm. I guess I haven't learned because it keeps repeating. But I do find myself isolating myself, especially since I've moved. This year, I moved to beginning your podcast. We're in my new house. Mm-hmm. And it's farther away from, it's closer to family, some family, but it's farther away from where me and my friends would gather, like the midpoint. Mm-hmm. So I'm farther away from my friends and farther away from like making other social activities like easier, since I used to live in town and now I live farther out. And just like really burying myself in work and like working on the house and just being out. I need to get home to the house to work on it or just to be there. And I've kind of been separated from the loneliness, isolating myself, but like doing it on purpose. And I have to like, after a while, I was like, I'm too buried out here. Like there needs to be some sort of balance again. Because I did find it when I moved out, but it was also because I was living with my best friend, and I was closer to stuff that I could go to 5 minutes from work, and then I had more time to do other stuff and think about other stuff. And then I got buried in something and had blinders on. But doing more, anyway, the point. Going and doing some socializing is important. Mm-hmm. And I think people should socialize like a little bit. People have their limits, and I'm not a super social bug. I do like to be like I like to be by myself. I also like to socialize, but I've been forcing myself to socialize or to like be able to be places and interact with more like with family and stuff, because
yes,
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, trying to find a balance.
Yeah, find a balance, because this year I forgot to socialize, or I forgot that other people were around me who might not need my help, but who grandparents, visiting grandparents, visiting family, having a game night with
like
family.
Not thinking selfishly.
Yeah, visiting you, because I do struggle with that. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I said that. I do struggle with that.
What?
I do struggle with that.
Visiting you.
And me and my
struggle with visiting you.
I do not struggle with visiting you, but struggle with the selfish thoughts of like constantly wanting to do and be selfish. I'm like, no, I gotta hang out with my family.
It's just funny because you said, and visiting you, so I do struggle with that.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize I said that right after the one another.
And visiting you, that's such a struggle on my mental health.
Yeah.
No, like taking time to visit you, and you're like, we're so far away.
Oh yeah.
Crazy far away right now. Mm-hmm. Or hanging out with Jonas. Whether it be like in person, which isn't often anymore, but we find like ways of playing video games. I was just trying to make a point of like, I've been isolating myself more and busying myself when I should be like balancing it out with social time.
Yeah.
And that's all I had to say.
Yes.
And I spent 5 minutes.
Balance is good.
I don't know about other things. I guess it's more of a thing of this year that I regretted from last year that I wanted to start this year, is being more involved in the church, or like helping out with the church. And I was texting Shelly of like, hey, is there anything like, because I know they do like not like charity things, but like volunteer stuff. And I was like, is there something I could do? And she referred a book. which I read a little bit of, and it's an easy read so far. But it's oh no, what's the book name? What's the book name? Rhinestone Jesus. About like the girl. It's like a true story, and I think it's just her biography. Is that what that is for a book? Anyway, she as like a high schooler up, she was like outwardly and like through her adult years, she portrayed as like the Jesus good girl, Christian girl, Jesus loving, and had like a big pin that said Jesus in rhinestones. And that's like her way of showing Jesus, and she would do all the right things, and then later throughout her life she felt like really empty, and then she went on a missions trip, like when her kids were older, I think. And she went on a missions trip and saw, like, as a journalist, I think, and saw like firsthand what people are going through, and like started like, God, why would you allow this? And kind of like going through all that. And I haven't gotten to the part, I haven't gotten to like the second half, but, and that's like how her new journey started and how she realized what it really means to be a Christian and stuff like that. I haven't read all through it, but so far it's a good read, because I do have trouble reading a book or staying in a book.
Yeah. Oh yeah, same.
So I really got to, that's another thing.
Rhinestone Jesus.
Rhinestone Jesus. Yeah.
Good to know. I still have, Kisses from Katie, I think it's called. It's about a girl who went on a mission trip to Uganda and then just ended up moving there. Oh. Shelly gave it to me when we were going, so like a few years ago when we went to Uganda. I still haven't read through the whole thing, but maybe I'll give that one to you to read sometime. I feel like you'll like it.
All right, I'll give it back to you in 6 years when it's not done.
I'm really bad at that. Wait, what? I thought you read the books.
You see me reading books when we're on a road trip and I have nowhere else to go, and we have no internet.
Oh, so
and I don't want to see Dad looking at my. I don't want to see Dad looking in the rearview mirror of me on my phone going the whole time. So I have a book.
Look at me, I'm the golden child.
Thank you.
Jevin knows he's the golden child. That's why he's laughing. I'm gonna take that out. Yep. Reflecting on last year.
What are you reflecting on? Looking back on last year, what was?
We were to do that. So we're not like, hold on, I'm not like cutting it, and you're like, looking back. I'm just picturing me cutting it to this part, and you're like, looking back on this year.
You're right. Thanks for looking out.
Okay, hold on.
What if you kept this in? I don't have makeup on. Yeah, what was you asked me the question about reflecting back. What was your answer on that?
I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
So I'm trying to think. I've learned a lot this year.
We tell.
Considering this is like, I mean, I've talked about it before on the podcast, so I'm not gonna like run through it all, but like, this is the hardest year I've been through.
Right.
And I fell in a really deep, dark hole, and like with a lot of health anxiety, and also going through health stuff and getting diagnosed with POTS. I got diagnosed with POTS last year on March 17th.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been dealing with that for like 2 years now. And so yeah, like it's so weird that March is like a month away.
I know that. I was just thinking, like, that was a year ago almost.
Yeah, which I was telling Mom, like, Mom, be praying for me, because like this, like, upcoming next few months is like kind of last year were like really dark months for me. Yeah. Not like obviously with our grandpa dying, like Papa passing. Obviously that's gonna be really hard, and that's so crazy. Like, it's almost a year, 2 months.
I think it's all right.
Oh, I think this year's like...
You think it's crazy?
I think it has been less for some reason.
What?
I feel like it's only been like 6 months. And
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's weird that it's already coming up on a year since him passing.
Yeah. This year went by really fast.
Yeah. I
understand.
So that, and then getting diagnosed, and then just like really dark months coming up. But from last year. They're not dark months anymore.
Yeah, it's new months.
I know.
They're not
that's
replaying.
What I'm telling Mom. Like, I need to like reframe the months.
It's not going to happen again unless you make it.
Yeah, like that was last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's not happening again. I'm not going to look at like March, April, May as dark months. Like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
But anyways, like March, April, May of this last year was not the greatest for me. And so I like getting out of that. I got a lot closer to God, with prayer life, like leaning on God, just got like a lot closer to him the past year. And, also just being more intentional with like people and relationships and like the time here we have on earth, and just like how fragile we all are, like, and so just like being, I don't know, intentionality, I've learned a lot, and just prayer, how powerful prayer is. And I think those like main two things, and just leaning on him and trusting him. I think I've just learned a lot this year. So just like, I think reflecting on this past year, like that's kind of what I've learned. And then coming into this year, especially with these months coming up, just like building those months into something else, like from what they were last year to me. Does that make sense? Like, not looking at them like dark months, like looking like going into them excited, which is hard, but like going into them like hopeful, and restructuring those months and my mindset as something else rather than what they were last year.
That's interesting.
So that way I'm not going into those months being like, oh, here we are in April, I remember this time last year, like, and having that mindset. Like, I want to like be in April and being like working at the salon, and like we were talking about building goals and building my life and like moving forward. And so that way, like, I'm in April and doing all that, and I can look back and be like, yeah, I remember this last April, I wasn't doing this, and like, look at where I'm at now. And like, I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, good.
That totally makes sense.
But yeah, and that comes with just trusting God and him, having his hands in my life, like you're saying. Having faith.
That's all it is. Relationship with God is having that faith and staying true to him. I know there's just, especially one thing I keep kicking myself about, and I just got to do it this year, is just like just sit down and like take my time and read through the Bible, like bit by bit. And like, I'm just, like I'm horrible at reading books, but like Bible, especially sometimes, it's great. And I'm going through it during Sunday when it's like it's like teaching, and I'm writing stuff down as I'm going, and I'm reading through it, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. It helps me a lot. But like sitting down by myself and like reading
really hard
it,
for me too.
I get so distracted, or I get frankly bored sometimes, because I'm just like reading, and I'm like, oh, cousin, all these people are related, cousin. Oh, so what is it? Oh, yeah. And then I lose it, and I'm not like in it. This is another thing I want to do, partly from the volunteering and trying to get involved in the church, is finding like a group.
Because like a small group?
Like a small group, yeah. I want to be able to find like a small group, because I think that would help. Well, socially, and I think it's just good it would help me learn a little bit, so it's not just like every Sunday, like something more than just church. And like, I want to have a group, and a little bit of a little community. I like community.
Me too. Yeah, community is like makes a huge difference.
Oh yeah, and it can be in so many different forms. Like me and my I don't say my crew, but they're not they're not my employees. Like me and my coworkers. I mean, or just like FedEx in general. Like it's like that own little community. Right. Like if we're me doing Orcas, I was sitting in a lunch place and getting lunch while I was waiting for the ferry.
Oh, yeah.
And some other guys from fully different, like from Spokane, I think, from a different
FedEx
contractors for FedEx, saw my uniform and was like, "Hey, can we sit with you?" And they're like, "Yeah, for sure, dude." And then and spoke Ukrainian to each other the entire time. Didn't talk to me. That's fine, but yeah, there's somewhere to sit because community, sort of. And a guy from a different company drove up, like saw a wreck. There was a line. I'm like, dude, why are we sitting here? He had turned around, stopped like in the middle of traffic to talk to me, be like, hey, there's a wreck up here. It's not worth it. You got to turn around. I'm like, thanks, buddy. Thanks for that. And he's like, yeah, no problem, man. And we didn't know each other.
Yeah.
But it was the FedEx community. And I like it when those guys come together. Whenever it is. Or, just the crew. Like the co-workers going together. Any kind of community. Youth group community. And then you got your church community. You got your family, your immediate family as your own little community.
Yeah, totally.
Helping each other out.
Yeah, it's a need. It's a must.
Must. I think that's really important.
Another thing I think that's really important is like...
Your drink's falling over.
What?
No. Oh, this...
You're looking at my Coke. I don't care if this one falls over.
Oh, I didn't realize it could snap in like that.
Yeah.
Those are cute colors.
Binks.
It's fully...
Another thing I wanted to talk about is, or I guess something I was thinking about / got up there, but is like when you don't know what goals you have, or maybe you're someone who has a hard time setting goals, but just like, and I just encourage people to like pray about it. Like I was saying, like I've prayed I've actually, one of my prayers, like in I think 2024, like maybe late 2023. I don't know. A couple years ago, I remember praying to God, being like, "Hey, like help me with like I just need help with like my prayer life. I want to be more connected to you, whatever." And then like this whole health thing happened, and I got closer to Him through prayer and stuff like that. So
for sure,
definitely a God thing. But
pray to Him always.
Yeah,
thank Him for the littlest things.
Yeah, thanking Him, and then just like if you don't know what you want to do, or just like what your goals are, or going into the new year and you feel like everybody around you is like has all these goals and aspirations and you don't know, just like praying to Him is like the best thing you can do for yourself, and helping so He can help you set goals for your future, and like also so you can like pray to Him because He already has your future all lined out in His own perfect planning. So just like praying to Him so He can open your eyes to see what that looks like, I think is really important.
And it's not always going to happen like that, a lot of people, like results like that, or I want it to just get it done. But sometimes it just takes time. It could take that whole year. And you learn something, and just got to deal with it. I just keep telling them, I'm like, I'll have patience. Like, I'll be patient. I'll let you know. I'm
just letting you know.
I'm patient, but I'm also waiting.
Yeah, like you're patient, like you're trusting God, but you're also expectant. I think that, like I think people look at the word like expectant. Oh, you're expecting me to do that, like not in that way, like not in a bad way, like, oh, I'm expecting you to do the dishes tonight, like not like that, but like more like expectant, like I know God's a miracle worker, I know He can, like expectant in that way, like I know He's a healing God, I know He's a way maker, I know He can, like even though that might not be the plan He has set for you, you can still be like expectant and like trusting Him. Like I don't know how to put that. It makes sense in my brain.
Yeah, no, I think you're making sense.
Yeah, like you can pray about wanting to go down, like, say, with this new job, and trusting God will help you with the right decision in that, and expecting whatever he has planned for you to go that way, I guess. Not necessarily expectant in what you want, but like expectant in what he wants. Like, you're trusting, like, you expect God's perfect plan to come, like, you're not like trusting out of thin air. Like, God wants the best for you and you expect that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what the best for you isn't always what you might think it is too. So you could pray for like an example was like when Papa was like in the hospital, like the last couple times, I would pray for both sides to be like, I understand, like, as much as I would like Papa to be alive, like stay alive. If it's in your plan to take him, please take him, just like take him gently.
Yeah.
And like let Pugger say goodbye, or like however you need to do it, just like don't let him be in pain anymore. Or like if he is good, just let the healing process, like both sides, because it's whatever he was gonna do. And it might not look good in the moment. For like, death is a big one that changes people in big ways. Sometimes for the better, and it's just gotta happen. But
that's what me and Devin are saying. We're like, well, everybody dies. We're all gonna die. No, Mom's told me nobody makes it out of here alive. Yeah, true.
Like, never mind. That's a different show. But I was going to quote something from a different show, but you wouldn't know what it was.
Oh, okay.
It's like we have two things in common. We're all gonna we all gonna eat, and we're all gonna die.
Oh yeah, true.
What is that show?
I don't know.
Never mind. Doesn't matter.
But yeah, I don't know how we got to this.
Oh my gosh! Wait, this is actually what I suggested. You're like, what topic do you want? I'm like, oh, what about the acceptance of death? And you're like, that's too much of a downer.
Well, I just have a hard time. Like,
yeah, you brought it up.
I know, because I think about it a lot. Yeah, we got to be expectant with the unexpecting.
Expect the unexpected?
Yes. Yeah.
Expecting the unexpected.
You have to expect the unexpected, but the best way to be unexpected.
Take it back. You got it. One more?
You have to expect the unexpected, but expect the best.
Hope for the best.
All
expect the worst.
Expect the unexpected. Hope for the best. What'd you just say?
Etc. What?
I don't know.
The rest.
But yes. So yeah, I hope that was helpful for setting New Year's goals. Or maybe taking away some
or
that you said already.
Accepting death.
Yes, accepting death is a big one, honestly.
I'm glad we got to talk about it.
Thanks for watching, and thanks, Hannah, for being on the podcast tonight.
Thank you for having me.